My guests now are here to talk about following your passions with a postgraduate degree in the arts and humanities. I'm joined by Carina Hart, Assistant Professor in English, and John Condren, Assistant Professor in History. So, welcome to both of you. So, if you could get started, and can you talk us through some motivations for studying an arts degree at master's level? And what advantages does that bring to a student in terms of careers?
So we tend to find that our students come to us with some combination of motivations. They always have some kind of passion or interest in what they're studying and in the creative and wide-ranging nature of arts and humanities courses. But they also want to really develop and deepen their technical skills in research methods, in approaches to creative problem solving, in working with different types of information, and of course their skills in formulating an argument and in writing and communicating.
Absolutely, I'd agree with all of that. And many students in history really, as Carina just said, want to take ownership of a project that they might have been interested in at undergraduate level, or might want to test themselves and stretch themselves by investigating something in much more detail. As regards employability, though, I think there are a wide range of careers open to arts graduates, and having a postgraduate degree strengthens that because you've really developed your skills as creative thinking in managing original projects and ensuring that you can manage your time effectively and foster good relations with others and be part of a postgraduate community, which is usually more select than an undergraduate community in the sense that it's smaller, but also that you have a more sophisticated understanding of your place within a department and your own research interests and how you can use that to benefit or push forward your own career.
Perfect. So, for all the students who are interested in studying a degree in arts, so is it necessary for their undergraduate degree to be in the same subject of their postgraduate degree?
It's really not exactly in the same subject. I mean, I did law as an undergraduate way back at the University of Limerick, going on 15 years ago. And I'd always loved history, and I developed that love of history during my law degree. And so was able quite easily to make the transition into studying history at postgraduate level and then completing a PhD. We accept applications from students in other arts and humanities subjects, not just history. So we're quite open to, quite flexible when it comes to accepting applications from students who don't follow the traditional route from history undergraduate to history postgraduate. And a lot depends on the application and the motivation that the student shows within that application.
Mm-hmm. It's very much the same for English and across the arts and humanities, that there are so many transferable and wide-ranging skills in the arts and humanities that a degree in that broad field will often be a good way into a different discipline than what you did at undergraduate level.
Mm-hmm.
So, you also offer an English degree that is online. So, can you comment on how does the student experience differ from a traditional master's?
Yes, so we have our MA English online, and this was a really innovative, it's quite a new course. We invested a lot in it, and we have this wonderful community of students in countries all across the world. We have about 200 students in over 100 countries. Of course, it is a different student experience. There isn't timetable teaching because this is a course for people who are doing other things in their lives. They're working, they have family, they have commitments, they're doing everything else. And the course is designed with flexibility and personalisation in mind. So we have a huge range of smaller modules that people can study in whatever combination they choose to follow their specialism or to pick and choose. And they study in their own time and according to their own schedule. And they get this online experience of video lectures, audio, reading, and access to online materials. And we also have an online community. We have an online cafe, which our students are always in chatting to each other in online events. So it's a different experience, but it's actually just a different form of that postgraduate community that John mentioned, which is a really important part of postgraduate study at Nottingham.
That's great. It's always good to have that flexibility. And for the next question, what do you think about the employability side of things? Like, how employable are postgraduate students when it comes to a degree in arts?
This is a question that students or prospective students and parents quite often ask, and actually the answer is very employable. So although our courses might not direct people into one specific career, that's not a bad thing. That means that you are open to all manner of careers, and our students go into a huge range of careers because they have skills in project management, time management, dealing with many different types of information and resource. Our students, our graduates, can take a task or a brief and be relied on to go away and independently work out how they're going to approach it, organise and plan that project, gather all of their materials, assess them critically, and pull it all together into a beautifully written and presented argument that is the result of their own thinking. So having that passion is not something frivolous. It's not easy to have a passion. People with a passion are those who have the drive to go all the way through it, get it done to the highest standard, find original avenues and ideas of doing it. And I think I'd struggle to find an employer who doesn't want that.
Great. I think there's some great points made here. And if I wanted to ask you, like, from both of your experience, like, is there anything else that you would like to add for any students that are looking to study a degree in arts? It could be advice as well for them. Yeah?
I think as to kind of riff off what Carina's just said, it is absolutely vital to have that real love and interest for your subject, because that will keep you going at times when you actually struggle with it. But also, choosing Nottingham it's a great place, a great welcoming university. We have a wide range of staff and history. We can cater for every research interest that a student may have. But also at postgraduate level, the expectations are different, but in a good way, because we view you in a sense as junior colleagues. And so actually you get a chance to really participate more in the research life of your department. And even if you go on to PhD study, you get a chance to actually teach and build your own skills with some of what Carina was saying in management, in organisation, and in communicating your passion for a subject to undergraduate students in next generation. So I think embracing the opportunities and embracing your own passion, embracing your own enjoyment of a particular subject, and remembering that it's a wonderful university to come and work at and to study at, and just enjoying it and remembering that you chose it for a reason, so enjoy it at the end.
Is there anything you would like to add to that, Carina?
I think just carrying on from that really that enjoyment and passion is what opens out so many different paths. Our students and graduates go into more careers than people would perhaps expect. Everything from business and starting businesses, because they know how to work independently. They can start a business, they can work freelance, they go into journalism, broadcasting, museum and heritage work, they go into publishing, teaching, civil service, and marketing and advertising and communications. So the very openness and wide-ranging nature of what we do in the arts and humanities is what gives our graduates an absolute multitude of opportunities.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, just the employability is not something to be taken lightly, but I think all the skills that you learn, and you don't even realise you're learning them half the time, but they're things that you can turn to your advantage and actually demonstrate so easily by pursuing postgraduate study in the arts. And as Carina said, there's so many career opportunities open to you that don't look obvious, but actually make perfect sense.
That's great. I think we have got some great perspective for students who are looking for their careers in arts. And thank you for being with us today.
Thank you.